Hey guys, so lately I've been getting a lot of questions on how I was able to fit a J35 throttle body to my girlfriend's R18 Civic. So I'm going to explain that now. So first off, I just want to mention I have it mounted right now to a Weapon R intake manifold. So I didn't really have to do much to the throttle body actually to get it to fit because it doesn't have any threads in there. It's just holes through the manifold, and I'll show you on the back right here. So first off, if you're going to get this manifold or even this um, throttle body, you're going to have to get longer bolts right there, just because that throttle body is actually bigger than the stock one right there. So you're going to have to get longer bolts anyway to make it fit. If you're doing the manifold, you're going to have to get nuts for the back because the manifold doesn't come with those. So there's that. But anyway, so along with those, if you're trying to fit it on a stock intake manifold, you're going to have to drill out where these bolts go through. You're going to have to drill out those holes a little bit bigger. Mine, I had it drilled out to about a 3/8 drill bit size, and it fit on that one fine, but it wouldn't fit the stock one. So I was actually going to do this before the new manifold came in. This is a 1/2 inch drill bit, and I'm pretty sure that would be enough to make it fit on this stock one, because the bolt pattern of this factory throttle body is actually a little bit smaller than the SI one, so it won't. Alright, sorry, my phone froze up, but yeah, the bolt pattern for this is a little bit different than the J35, so it won't directly bolt up to that unless you drill out those holes a little bit. So not saying it won't work, but you have to do a little bit more work than if you just get the Weapon R manifold to start off with. Alright, so the next part you're going to have to figure out is Evap, which is that little guy right there. It mounts to the top of the old throttle body right there. You can see where it goes through and everything. There's two ways of doing this. You can either, if you have a Honda, you can just like not disconnect, but like remove kind of the sensor from setting a light or anything. The Honda will let you do that. Or you can do what I did, which we have a Honda, but I still wanted to make it work. So I moved that purge valve from up there to here, because it won't mount up right there, and I'll explain that stuff in a moment. Moved it to right here, put a hose to it, and then looped that all the way across over to here where there's a little T connector. You can see that? That line that it is hooked up to is actually the PCV? Yeah, PCV valve, which on the stock manifold mounts on top right about here. On the Weapon R though, it mounts right down there. So you can tee in your Evap with that PCV right there, and it won't cause a light, as long as you keep it obviously hooked up with a little electrical connector and all that. The one part you're going to have to worry about though is right there. If you do that, it's going to leave a hole here, and that'll cause, yep, there goes the flashlight. And that'll cause a air leak into the system that's, past the MAF sensor. So what I ended up doing was I went to AutoZone, got a little RTV, gray stuff in a tube, and sealed up that little hole right there, so no air gets through, no nothing, and it idles perfectly fine. Also, when I did this, I wasn't too sure about using the R18 gasket, which will follow this outline right here. So I plugged up those two spots right there too, and I actually bought a, let's see, this car's a 2009, so I bought a 2009 Honda SI gasket instead, and put that right there in between instead of the factory one, just to make sure that it seals up alright. Alright, so that's basically everything that you'll need to know really when hooking up that J35 throttle body. Is just you're going to need the different gasket. If you're hooking it up to the Weapon R manifold, you'll probably be alright. If you're hooking it up to the stock manifold, you're going to need to make sure to drill out those holes, obviously, the Evap. And yeah, that's about it. Oh, one more point real quick. The throttle body is actually like the opening for it which is the whole reason to be putting it on, is a lot bigger than this little guy right here, which is a lot bigger than that. So if you're putting it on your stock manifold, I would suggest getting a Dremel or something and trying to Dremel this out a little bit. I did that on the Weapon R manifold. It was a little bit smaller, so I took a Dremel to it. And I'll post 2 videos of before and after right here. So that's what I did to ours, just to kind of, you know, open it up a little bit more and not really restrict it as much. So if you want to do that, you can. If not, it's up to you. Anyway. But yeah, so everything for this throttle body will work. Even the connector right there, it's the exact same 6-pin connector that you have on the factory one. Most likely you're going to have to take it to Honda afterwards and have them do a throttle, what is it, throttle position relearn, or throttle idle relearn, one of the two. Because it will idle a little goofy. Like, it'll start and drive just fine, but when you shift into like drive from park or anything like that, it'll kind of surge. So just so you know. But anyway, yeah, so everything else hooks up fine. That's how you do it. If you like that video, please like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.